Minecraft is a game where you are free to play however you want it. It technically have an ending like killing a dragon, but most players straight up ignore that and play the game with just the creative side of the game. You know, mining and crafting. And I am one of those people because I've been playing this game since 2016 and I haven't defeated the dragon yet. Like hell, even Bog did it, a non-gaming channel. And because of that, I took it upon myself that I will beat this freaking dragon. So upon creating the world, I set my difficulty to hard. Why? Remember when I said I haven't defeated the dragon in Minecraft yet? I kinda lie with that one because I already beat it once. But I just have no proof of it, and since this is the internet, if there is no proof then it didn't happen. So I set the difficulty to hard as a handicap and locking it in. And then I did what every Minecraft players would do. Wood, stone, committing genocide on the local ecosystem, you know, the normal stuff. And while I was committing mass murder, I found a village, so I said hi by taking their entire food stock. Then I look for a place where I can settle to create a spawn point, in case of, you know, death. Cause to be honest with you, I haven't played Minecraft in a while, like probably about a year or so I needed this. Upon seeing this introverted space, I was like, yup, that is my spot. You might be wondering why I built my house right here. Is it because it's by the village and I can pillage whenever I need something? Yeah. But it is also because of this watery bit right here. You see, my plan with this gameplay is to find a lot of diamonds. And where can you find said diamonds? Underwater. Cause I've watched a few YouTubers, mainly Mambo Jumbo, where he found a lot of diamonds while diving a water cave like this. And there is no mobs. So that is an easy tab for me, right? Therefore, I got myself armed and prepared with a whole full tank of wooden door and jumped right in. While I was down there, I heard some skeleton rattling. There might be a cave somewhere here, so I investigated and got shot immediately. I thought I was playing Minecraft, not American Simulator. So I entered this place and searched for that wretched skeleton. Because I can't see very well, I just assumed that it is behind that waterfall right there. So I dug out a small space to flank him, but he got the first shot. So I retreated and healed myself and then dug around his ankle level. But then a creeper joined the fight. So I decided to handle this one first because it might lead into disaster if left untouched. Then I got out of this hole, looked for the skeleton, and there, I spotted his bow. So I used the most sophisticated guerrilla tactics, poke and then run method. And after a long drawn out fight with a skeleton, I finally killed it. I hope that based on that fight, you can tell where this whole journey is going. After that fierce battle, I retreated and stocked off on stuff, mainly pickaxe because I broke mine. Then I went down there again, hoping for a chance to find valuable resources. As I was surveying the place, I noticed that there ain't much in this place, so I'ma head to the surface and look for another opening, but a skeleton decided to exact revenge. This might be from earlier where I bested his comrade. So I immediately went back, grabbed my staff, and confronts the skeleton. And with a spear in my hand, I poke at it, dodging its attack, but even with all this preparation, I still died. But I am not done yet. You are merely a mob and I am a god, an undying god, and kills me again? How hard is it to kill a skeleton these days? So anyway, I killed it like after 3 times and decided maybe the land is too dangerous for me. I think I'll just look for ore underwater, like, you know, the reason why my house is right here. Cause you know, there are no hostile mob down there. So I rage quit and get on a brand new world cause F the underwater trick. Anyway, I did the normal Minecraft stuff like wood, stone, and coal. Unfortunately, instead of committing genocide, I decided to walk in a straight line to find a better biome. So what is this ideal biome, you might ask? I want to find a plains biome because I remember that there are a bunch of ravine in those and you could get a lot of diamonds from it. While exploring, I found this place and saw a bunch of enemies. So I was like, nope, got enough of that already and ignored it. Then, my journey stopped because this biome is in front of me and I know that there's this new thing called powdered snow. I don't want to get caught in that, so I decided to place dirt blocks to serve as my walkable path and just park her around. But I got shot by none other than a freaking skeleton. So I panicked and destroyed all the snow around me and I was like, I need to find where the skeleton is. So I decided to tower up in order to spot where it is, but I freaking hate this mob. Anyhow, I just suck up all my pent-up anger and just proceed like nothing ever happened. It's a must have been the wind moment. So I did the basic again, move in a straight line opposite of where I was before cause of, you know, and created a bed. so that I could create a respawn point when I'm in a dangerous situation, like this one. So I made a simple safe zone, throw my stuff away in this chest, just to be safe, and dive right into danger. I feel immortal, baby! What the actual... Didn't I create a spawn point? Is my preparation not enough? What happened? Anyway, it's fine. I know where to go, it's just a couple of blocks away in this direction. And then while I was on my journey, I found something. A village. Somehow I missed this when I went here for the first time. You know what? I don't have much in me anyway when I died. Maybe let's just forget it and just embrace what is in front. Just like the saying goes, when a door closes, another one's open. Then I spotted a villager house with no villagers in it. I called dibs. And so I renovated this place to look more homey. And then headed down the mines and would you look at that? I was looking for stones but I got lucky and found some irons. So I made an iron pickaxe with some torches and prepared to full explore this cave. By the way, don't worry, I already set my spawn point somewhere in this video. Anyway, while lighting this place up, I saw this. It's so deep and I think there's a good chance that this is where I found my first diamond. But before I dive down there, I decided to prepare first. Like creating a safe passage down, mining some more ores like iron and coal, grabbing some wounds and crafting gear like shields and water bucket. Then, it's time to descend to hell. But before going down to that scary place, I saw this area and I was like, might as well create a spawn point here, just so that I won't have to constantly run back from my base whenever I died. With that sorted, I decided to continue my descent, and would you look at that, I immediately got attacked by a skeleton. But this time I have a shield. As I was going down, something stands out. There's a lot of this blocking this place. To some that might be a good thing, but for a player like me who died to a skeleton a million times already, this is not good. Therefore, because of how scared I am, I didn't hesitate to go back. But as I was climbing this water elevator, this happened. Another freaking skeleton. Luckily, this place is close to my spawn point, so yeah, I was able to retrieve my stuff. So because of the deep dark stuff, I decided not to go that way, but instead use this area that I mined out earlier while I was looking for a spawn point. And to my surprise, I actually found a bunch of iron here, which is really important, especially right now where I still have no armor. Then after I got all the ores that I saw, I decided to dig a bit deeper, because logically speaking, that is where the most of diamonds are, right? While I was digging, I heard some zombie noise, and I immediately know that I might find diamond if they are this low. So I look for them, and I found it. After dealing with the welcoming party, I decided to look around, and this place is massive. But what I found are mainly iron and freaking ton of skulk, so I decided to retreat. Then back at camp, I smelt all the irons and created myself an iron armor. Knowing that the deep dark is around the previous place I was, I decided to look for another cave opening. Cause you never know where diamonds will be. And I found one near my base and it's freaking huge and scary. And once I got down there, I immediately got sniped by a skeleton. So what I did is run for my life and created a safe space right here. Please don't judge me. It's a matter of life and death here. Then I decided to dig some more down cause I realized that I am not in Y0 yet. And after much digging, I found an opening again. And I still somehow ended up in a deep dark place. You know? I'm starting to think that all road leads to deep dark, so I retreated and find another place to mine into. You know what? Maybe all roads leads to deep dark. At this point, I'm pretty frustrated because I just want some diamonds. But then I realized something that changed the course of this run. I remembered that skull can spread in Minecraft because of this video. Therefore, looking for a safe place near an infected area is kind of pointless. So I went back to base and think about it. What if I move somewhere far from this place? Would I be able to get diamonds? So that's what I did. I packed up my valuable stuff and decided to look for a place to settle. And a couple hundred of blocks away, I found this place and thought to myself that this place is low enough, which means I won't need to dig much to reach the diamond level. So I decided to stay here. What I did was get to the lowest part of this place, then build a base here. After uploading my stuff into this chest, I decided to explore and light up this place. And while exploring, I saw cobblestone. This, everyone, is what I meant when I said when another door closes, another one opens. Cause I freaking found a spawner. A freaking skeleton spawner. At this time, I have no clue how beneficial this would be for the run, but we'll come back to that later. Spoiler alert, I get to kill a lot of skeletons until I am satisfied. Anyway, I decided to create a mining hole near my spawner. And would you look at that, I already found a cave system. And you know what's better? After going down a bit, I freaking found a diamond. Guys, you don't know how much joy I felt when I found this. I've been playing for 4 hours already and I just found diamonds. I was actually about to stop playing this game because of this, but after mining those diamonds, I decided to dig deeper. And while down there, I heard some lava pops, and that got me excited because that would mean nether. And then while searching for it, I found another vein of diamond. I think Notch is actually smiling at me right now. But anyway, after mining those, I found the lava and grabbed a couple of obsidian for my portal. And there, I finally felt like I'm making progress towards beating the dragon. So I threw away my stuff and headed to the nether. Now, as you can see, I don't have much stuff on me. And that is because my primary goal for this visit is to secure my portal and make sure that there are no immediate threat to me. After doing those, I surveyed the land cause I might find something interesting, but I got distracted playing with the gas and died. You know, normal stuff. After that, I realized that I need a bunch of arrows for the dragon fight, right? If only there's a way to farm arrows without leaving my lair. Then I remembered the skeleton spawner. So I found a design on YouTube and began making it. Then after I finished it, I tried to check if this is a good idea or not, and surprisingly, yeah, it is. After that, I decided that it's time to go to the nether and find a fortress. So I tried searching for it aimlessly and occasionally trading on the side, but I gave up eventually. Instead, I used this method that I saw from Bog's video. And you know what? It actually worked. But I also noticed that my hunger is down, so I went back to the base and decided to do this pattern pending technique of how to get full health and saturation in Minecraft. Then I went back to explore. When I was exploring, I noticed that it's kind of a hassle doing my patent pending method of full recovery in Minecraft. If only I have an item that could make plants grow faster. The Skelly Farm! I think this is their way of saying sorry for all the times that they've killed me. Anyway, as you could probably tell, I am underground and I don't have much space. So what I did was to create a small space for my crops, grab some soil from this patch right here, and bone meal my way out of starvation. And just like that, I just solved world hunger or something. Then I went back to the fortress to get those rods. But there is just one thing. I kept dying on a bunch of mobs like with a skeleton. Actually, they're just mostly wither, but the occasional blaze. So I decided to look for a spawner and create a kill zone of some sort. That way I could farm blaze road without being exposed to the outside world. But first is that I need to find a spawner first. So I wandered around, marking every corner and dying from time to time until I spot this spawner right here. So I went back to base, grab a few blocks, and then ran towards the spawner and build around it. I may or may not died a couple of times because of some accidents, but after a few hours I got all the blaze rod I needed. Then it's time for Ender Eyes. Well, luckily for me, my portal spawned just a few blocks from a warp forest biome. So I grabbed 2 bows and go ham on these endermans. Now, I basically have everything I need. Diamonds, blaze rod, and ender pearls. The only problem is that I don't have enough food or arrow. So I created a wheat farm next to my skeleton farm because whenever I am dealing with the wheat farm, the skeleton spawner is continuously spawning skeleton, and after the skelly are out of stock, I would just deal with farming using the bones I got. A perfect farm rotation. And after a few minutes, I have this much food and arrow, and with that, I think it's time to face the dragon. So I pack up my stuff, and for the first time ever, I left my lair to find where the stronghold is. And there it began, my journey of throwing eyes of Ender and following the direction it went. And before I knew it, this happened. So in excitement, I dig down and somehow managed to dig deeper than the stronghold. Oops, I didn't know that was even possible. Then I hit some eyes of Ender and it went up to this place. And after digging for a while, I heard some lava. So I traced it because you know, the portal room has those. And hold and behold, the end portal room. So before I jump right in, I did some assurance first. First things first is to remove this out of the equation. Then, create a smaller grouping station with a bed and a chest. Then, I dumped all of my stuff beside a few arrows and the blocks and headed to face the dragon. Once there, I started dealing with the tower first, and then I started attacking the dragon. But it fight back. So I tried to pearl near its nest and managed to get a couple of hits, but it flings me. Luckily, I managed to do a pearl to safety, but a freaking enderman hit me. So after a while of running around, dying and just missing my pearls, with just a sliver of health left, I used my bow one last time and finally, I freaking beat Minecraft.